Hey everyone, I'm Jack. Yes, it is everybody's favorite sentient nugget who decided to put on a human disguise for this video. So, as mentioned in the podcast that I do every week, I wanted to do reviews on JOJOlands as it came out. So, that's what we're going to do here. Yeah, I don't really have a script for this one, so I just have notes on my computer here, so that's just what I'm going to go off on. So right off, we are introduced to our new protagonist, Jodio Joestar, and his brother, Dragonia Joestar. Yes, I said brother. Make it as you will. So we open up with the pair getting harassed by some cops, and after pissing Jodio off, we see his stand, November Rain. And after that, we also see Dragona's stand, Smooth Operators. We don't really get a good explanation of what the stand's detailed abilities are, but November Rain seems to have some kind of like high pressure rain that it produces, and Smooth Operators can rearrange just about anything. As we saw, he was able to move the eyes of the cop and modify an ID and license plate, so cool. We find out that Jody and Dragona are basically drug dealers. Kind of interesting play on stuff that had happened in part 5 with a Giorno. Kind of interesting since people think that Jodio is the Still Ball Run universe version of Giorno. And they do this to make sure their mom has an easy life. We just see her just walk around, doing her thing. She's all looking good, no issues, and yeah. This is also where we find out where they fall in the family tree. So their mom is the sister of Holly Joestar Kira. So they are Yoshikaga Kira's cousins, which technically also makes them Josuke's cousins. And after some family issues, they move to Hawaii, which is where our story takes place. Get a little tropical scene here. Very nice. We then cut to Jodio at school where he talks about the mechanism. And not really sure what it's all about. From what I could see, it's just a way of explaining why him being a rich drug dealer gets him respect and how it's going to make him rich. Which is where we learn that this story is how he gets filthy rich. That's literally what he says. And I love that. He seems like an asshole, but I feel like he's going to be a lovable asshole. So I guess it's kind of the sort of like flow from part 8 and kind of part 7 where things just kind of happen. I know flow is a little more detailed than that, but that's kind of how it is. It's kind of weird. We also see another character named Paco Lavlantes who has the stand, the hustle. I'm not really sure exactly what it does. It looks like he can manipulate his muscles. We just see that he can just kind of stick stuff on his back. Yeah, so I don't know what it does either. So Jodio, Dragona, and Paco are all in a shop called Eco Eco, which seems to be a front for a gangster operation ran by Muriel McKee, who's also the principal at Jodio's school. They're told they have to steal a diamond from a Japanese visitor and joined by a character who hasn't been named yet and who also probably has a stand. So, definitely interesting start. And we got some interesting characters. At least Jodio, in my opinion, is probably the most interesting. I mean, obviously he's the JoJo of the series, but yeah, he looks really interesting. He has this interesting worldview that I like. Again, like I said earlier, it's it's an interesting take on Giorno. He's gangster, but a bit of an asshole. I see people say he's like if Giorno was a bit more like Dio. But like my friend Enigma said from the podcast, he's basically as much Giorno so far as part A Josuke was to part 4 Josuke. I think it's cool that we just go ahead and see the stands. We don't really know what they do per se, but we do get like full appearances of the stands, which we actually didn't get in part 8, because Soft and Wet didn't actually show up till chapter 4. So yeah, interested to see where this is going. And I hope you all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And you guys take it easy.